Think you know your favorite anime? What if I told you they're hiding gods in plain sight? Beneath the epic fights and the dramatic arcs lies a rich tapestry of mythology. So subtle, you may have missed it. From Naruto to Bleach to Jujutsu Kaisen, the most popular anime don't just borrow from myths, they're built on them. And today, we're unraveling the ancient secrets woven into these worlds. By the end, you'll know your favorite show in an entirely new light. Why does the Nine Tails feel so primal? Why does the Soul Society echo ancient Japanese beliefs? And what makes Sukuna's curses so unnervingly real? Let's uncover the hidden gods of anime, and you'll never watch these stories the same way again. Let's start with Naruto. Kurama the Nine Tails isn't just a monster, he's a direct nod to Kitsune, a fox spirit deeply rooted in Japanese mythology. In these myths, Kitsune are dual-natured, devious tricksters, but also divine guardians. Kurama's journey from an antagonistic force to Naruto's ally mirrors this duality. Kitsune's myths often depict them as beings who live for centuries, gaining wisdom and power as they grow older. Kurama's immense strength and cunning align with these traits. Did you notice how his transformation parallels the Zenko and Yako types of fox spirits? Zenko are benevolent while Yako are malevolent. Kurama starts as a Yako, a destructive force, but transforms into a Zenko, a protector. Even Naruto himself represents a mythological archetype. He's the fool who becomes a king. A common theme in myths worldwide. By taming Kurama, Naruto conquers his inner chaos, much like the mythical heroes who subdue wild beasts to gain enlightenment or power. Here's a question. Did you know the Sharingan has roots in Shinto's Magatama? Ancient Kama-shaped jewels believed to hold divine power. It's no wonder the Uchiha clan's abilities feel larger than life. Now, let's enter the world of Bleach, where death isn't an end, but a gateway to something greater. The Shinigami, or death gods, are central to this narrative. But what makes them more than grim reapers? Their roots in Shinto and Buddhist beliefs. In Shinto, death gods aren't as clearly defined as in Western culture. Instead, they're more like spirits who guide the death or maintain the balance between worlds. This balance is crucial in Bleach, where the Shinigami assure the flow of souls between the human world and the afterlife. Take Ichigo's name. It can mean one protector. His very identity is tied to his role as a guardian of balance. And then there's the Soul King, whose existence is eerily similar to Shinto Kami, gods who act as the linchpins of existence. His fragmented state represents the fragility of balance, echoing myths of creation and destruction cycles. Yamato Ryujin Jaka isn't just a sword, it's a deity. The dragon god of the sea, Ryujin, was said to control the tides and wield immense power. Naming Yamato's weapon after Ryujin ties his authority and strength to ancient legends, making him a godlike figure in his own right. If the Soul Society mirrors heaven, then what does Hucho Mundo represent? Some theories suggest it's a nod to the Buddhist hells, where lost souls wander. What's your take? Jujutsu Kaisen brings mythology into the realm of fear. Its cursed spirits aren't just fantasy. They're rooted in the idea of unreal, vengeful spirits from Japanese folklore. These spirits are said to arise from intense negative emotions, just like the curses in the show. Sukuna, the king of curses, has his origins in Nihon Shoki, one of Japan's oldest historical texts, described as a monster with 2 faces and 4 arms. Sukuna embodies chaos and rebellion. The anime transforms this into a terrifying blend of myth and malevolence, making him the perfect antagonist. Then there's Gojo, whose power reflects Buddhist philosophies of boundless potential. His limitless technique embodies the concept of infinity, reminding us that true strength comes from understanding the infinite possibilities around us. As a teacher, he plays the Bodhisattva role, guiding others toward enlightenment while shouldering immense responsibility. Yuta's bond with Rika explores the emotional weight of unresolved grief. Rika's transformation into a cursed spirit parallels Onryo, spirits bound by unfulfilled desires or tragic deaths. This connection adds layers of emotional depth to their story, making it both tragic and inspiring. Why do anime characters lean so heavily on mythology? Because it's timeless. Mythology connects us to universal truths, like the struggle between light and dark, life and death, or the chaos and order. In Naruto, Kuruma's arc isn't just a plot device, it's a metaphor for mastering inner turmoil. In Bleach, the Shinigami represent our fear of the unknown, but also our hope for continuity. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, Sukuna's chaos forces us to confront the dangers of unchecked power. These mythological threads don't just enhance the worlds, they give the stories weight, depth, and resonance that keeps us coming back. Now that you know these mythological roots, which one changed how you see your favorite anime? Share your thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Japanese mythology isn't the only source that inspires anime. Let's look at how global myths shape some of the most iconic stories in anime. For instance, Attack on Titan draws heavily from Norse mythology. The Titans themselves echo the frost giants of Norse legends, colossal beings who waged war against the gods. In Fullmetal Alchemist, the Gate of Truth is a visual and conceptual nod to Judeo-Christian idea of divine knowledge and the dangers of hubris. The cost of accessing this gate aligns with the story of Adam and Eve, the price of forbidden knowledge leading to suffering. And then there's Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, who draws clear parallels to dragons in Chinese mythology. These celestial creatures symbolize power, fortune, and divine wisdom. Collecting the Dragon Balls and summoning Shenron mirrors the ancient idea of appealing to the higher forces to achieve the impossible. Anime often portrays powerful female characters, but did you know many of them are based on mythological goddesses? Let's talk about the feminine divine influence in anime. Tsunade from Naruto, for instance, embodies the traits of Benzaiten, the Japanese goddess of wisdom, beauty, and prosperity. Her healing abilities and leadership resonate with these divine qualities. Orihime from Bleach is another example. Her name references the Orihime of the Tanabata festival, a celestial weaver who represents hope and resilience. Orihime's power to reject reality reflects the mythological theme of transcending mortal boundaries. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, Nobara Kugasaki channels the energy of fierce goddesses like Kali from Hindu mythology. Her unapologetic strength and balance between destruction and compassion make her a modern embodiment of divine feminine power. Anime settings are more than just backdrops, they're steeped in symbolic meaning. Take Konoha in Naruto, the village's name means leaf, representing growth, unity, and renewal. Its lush surroundings reflect the harmony its people strive for despite constant conflict. In stark contrast, Mundo in Bleach is a barren, moonlit desert. Its desolation mirrors the emptiness of the hollows who inhabit it. A world devoid of life and connection emphasizes the consequences of losing one's soul. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, cursed settings like Yasuhachi Bridge reflect places of unresolved trauma. These cursed sites tie into the Japanese concept of yurei, restless spirits tethered to locations of great emotional pain. Every cursed location is more than scenery, it's a character in its own right. Let's talk about character designs. Because anime creators don't just draw, they craft myths into visual form. Take Kuruma's Nine Tails, which directly references the mythical Kitsune's evolution. Each tale symbolizes wisdom and power gained over centuries. Sukuna's tattoos aren't just aesthetic, they echo traditional Japanese irezume tattoos, often linked to spiritual protection or fearsome power. In his case, they signify his role as a godlike curse that commands respect and terror. And Ichigo's hollow mask, its skeletal design reflects the fear of death and the inevitability of mortality. Key themes in Bleach: the mask is more than a power-up, it's a visual reminder of the thin line between human and monster. Why does mythology resonate so deeply in anime and with audiences worldwide? It's because myths are universal. They explore timeless questions. What does it mean to be human? How do we face fear, love, and loss? Anime uses mythology to give these questions a fresh perspective, one that crosses cultural boundaries. Think about it. Whether you're watching Naruto master Kuruma's power or Gojo unlock infinity, these stories tap into something primal, our need to believe in something greater than ourselves. As anime evolves, so does its use of mythology. In Demon Slayer, the breath styles reflect a deep respect for nature, tying into Shinto beliefs about the sacredness of the natural world. In Chainsaw Man, the devils represent fears, given physical form, modern demons for a modern age. And in Vinland Saga, Norse mythology isn't just a backdrop, it's a way of exploring fate, vengeance, and redemption. The future of anime will continue to blend mythologies, creating stories that are as diverse as their audiences. And as long as we keep watching, the myths will keep evolving. Anime isn't just storytelling, it's modern mythology, from Kitsune to Onryo. Every story is a bridge to ancient cultures. If this journey opens your eyes, smash that like button and share it with someone who loves anime. And if you're curious about more hidden layers, subscribe for our next deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.